This is our opening session of the 2022 Hawaii HOSA State Leadership Conference, hosted by this year's State Executive Council. Introducing your first State Leadership Intern, Kazan Gail Gebb. Your second State Leadership Intern, Alexandra Lewis-Daughter Perez. Your third State Leadership Intern, Joelle Watanabe. Introducing your State Post-Secondary Vice President, Travis McConna Taylor. Your State Historian, Franklin Gutierrez. Your State Treasurer, O'Brien Antonio. Your State Secretary, Alana Victoria LaBey. Your State Vice President of Programs, Norlito Ranchez. Your State Vice President of Technology, Tyler Lee. And finally, your State President, Kristen Miyamoto. Welcome to the 2022 Hawaii HOSA State Leadership Conference.
Hello, Hawaii HOSA. Welcome to our second virtual State Leadership Conference. Thank you all for pushing yourself by attending this conference. Use this opportunity as a way to push yourself to learn more than you ever thought you could. With the upcoming tests, symposiums, and guest speakers, there's a lot to explore and be excited for. Get ready to shatter your expectations.
There's no doubt that this past year has been challenging, but we've also witnessed the incredible perseverance of the HOSA community across all 3 divisions and 5 islands. I encourage you all to keep up the good work and spend the next several days getting involved with SLC activities. For our new members, I hope you've enjoyed your first year in HOSA and are excited for the future. If this is your last state conference, thank you for the time you've dedicated to HOSA and good luck on your journey to becoming a healthcare professional. To all participants, I wish you the best in your competitive events and hope to see you at one of our many events this week.
Aloha, Hawaii HOSA! The day has finally come for our fellow competitors to demonstrate the skills and knowledge you have been tremendously preparing for. Through the late nights facing trials and tribulations, I believe you will, or already have shattered your expectations. But that doesn't stop there. Throughout these wild years, you all have continued to push your limits and never settle for less. You should be proud of yourself for coming this far and continue to do amazing things. Just like a heart of a champion. It is about the journey, not the destination. And most essentially, we are grateful for you, our driven and greedy members who had stood by our side, making HOSA prosper, whether in person or virtually. We wish you all the best of luck, and also encourage you to attend the opportunities provided during the conference.
Aloha, Hawaii HOSA! The moment has finally come. We want to welcome you to the annual State Leadership Conference. I know we have waited months and months for this exciting time, as well as preparing day and night in our events in hopes of achieving our dreams of winning and to live that excitement. To our members, we wish you all the best and enjoy the fun-filled moments and opportunities that are offered throughout this amazing week. We know deep down in our hearts, you all are ready, constantly shattering your expectations and striving for success. You got this.
Aloha, Hawaii HOSA, and welcome to the 2022 State Leadership Conference. We hope that all of you are able to fully immerse yourselves in the upcoming events. Competitors, give yourself a pat on the back and breathe. When beginning, it may seem challenging and impossible, but with an open mindset and perseverance to push through, one can gain the experience and knowledge to achieve success. Your commitment and dedication to HOSA this year will serve as a long-lasting memory in the future as you become closer to working in the healthcare industry. We want to remind everyone to always go above and beyond, Break the expectations holding you back and strive for limitless possibilities.
Welcome Hawaii HOSA members to the annual State Leadership Conference. It has been a tough and challenging year for all, but let us remember to remain resilient and to stay strong. During this past year on your HOSA journey, you have acquired and developed both leadership and technical skills in your chapter and in the state level. We are so proud of you for how far all of you have come, and we wish the best of luck on your future endeavors at this year's Virtual State Leadership Conference as you shatter your expectations.
We recognize the challenges everybody has faced during this pandemic and are so grateful that you all have stuck with HOSA even in these times. We have seen how much you guys have accomplished up until now, and I can't wait to see what you all have in store for our virtual state leadership conference as we learn, showcase our skills, and unite as one HOSA. Socially distance.
Hi Hawaii HOSA! I hope you're excited about SLC just as much as I am. We have a lot to look forward to, including our competitive events, symposiums, and some awesome guest speakers. Despite the ongoing challenges within our role right now, you all have continued to push through and strive to meet your goals. Do your best and shatter your expectations at SLC. Best of luck to all competitors. Make sure to take advantage of every opportunity and soak in every single memory at this year's State Leadership Conference.
Aloha Hawaii HOSA! Congratulations on making it to the State Leadership Conference. We understand how difficult it has been to maintain a sense of normalcy throughout the pandemic, but we appreciate all of your efforts in preparing for your events. We know that you will all shatter the expectations that you hold for yourself, as each of you are capable of greatness. We hope you enjoy everything the conference has to offer. Best of luck to you all, and we can't wait to see you shatter your expectations.
As we enter a new year full of leadership, opportunities, and potential, we would like to encourage all of you to go beyond whatever you and everyone else thinks is possible. This year, our leaders will change the game with new innovations in education and in the healthcare field. It's a new year, a new time for new traditions and new ways to overcome obstacles. Change your perspectives and adjust your goals. Hawaii HOSA, it's time for you to shatter your expectations all week long at this year's Hawaii HOSA State Leadership Conference.
Today we have a special guest who is the Director of Workforce Development at Hawaii Pacific Health. Since 2005, he has been supporting HOSA members with financial support to attend the national/international conferences, composition books for state conference attendees, and other promotional items for HOSA members. For teachers, he has provided professional development opportunities and resources to engage students in learning to become future health professionals.
He has also done multiple projects and events, but most notably, helped inspire in career-making decisions and skill development for preparation to enter the healthcare workforce. Mr. Hinson was a visionary who established medical assisting and nursing assisting programs at our high schools. Our successes in HOSA would not have been possible without your support.
We present to you Mr. Carl Hinson.
Aloha, my name is Carl Hinson, Director of Workforce Development at Hawaii Pacific Health. It is my honor to welcome you to the 2022 Hawaii HOSA Virtual State Leadership Conference. Hawaii Pacific Health has been proud to partner with Hawaii HOSA for the past 17 years to build a pipeline of future healthcare professionals for our state. Although the pandemic has presented unique challenges, you all persevered and remain dedicated to creating a healthier Hawaii. On behalf of Hawaii Pacific Health, I'd like to express my gratitude to all of the chapters that volunteered their time to assist with our Keiki Vac Squad drive-through events at both Aloha Stadium and Kapolei High School, as well as the many clinics that we've hosted at all of our schools. At these events, we've been able to vaccinate thousands of our keiki and their families. Your contributions help to protect our community during these very challenging times. I'd also like to give special thanks to Mrs. Ada Toyama and this year's state officers for organizing another great virtual conference. Students, although it's a challenging time to work in healthcare, the impact that we have on our community is tremendous. I hope that by participating in this year's conference, you will be even more motivated to continue on your education to pursue a career in healthcare. Wishing you all of the best of luck in your competitive events. Thank you.
It gives us great pleasure to welcome Dr. Kelly Withy, Director of the Area Health Education Center at John Abrams School of Medicine. She is a family medicine medical doctor and is heavily involved in community health. Her research specializes in healthcare workforce development and health policy. Hawaii HOSA is fortunate for all of the support that Dr. Withy has given us, constantly providing resources for all our organization as we prepare for the state and international leadership conferences. Here is Dr. Kelly Withy.
Aloha, and welcome to the 2022 HOSA Conference for Hawaii. I'm really glad you're here, and I'll tell you why. Have you noticed we're all getting older? And I figure in the next 40 years, I'm going to need some healthcare. So I'm looking forward to you being my physical therapist, my mammogram tech, my dental hygienist, my nurse, my oncologist, my speech therapist, or one of all the other healthcare workers that I'm going to need in the next 40 years. Isn't that crazy when you think about it? How we may need so many healthcare workers in our lives. But really, there are over 100 different types of healthcare workers, and we may need a lot of them. So I'm glad you're here to learn how to take care of me. I want to tell you a short story about how I became interested in healthcare and what it took to stick to my dreams. Nobody in my family had ever gone into healthcare before. I came from a family of teachers, lawyers, business type folks. But when I was 12 years old, I got to be there when my little brother was born. The labor took 36 hours, and when he came out, he looked like the grossest thing I had ever seen. He was blue because he wasn't breathing. He had this cone head because mom was pushing for so long. He had blood all over him, and he had this white sticky stuff that's supposed to make it easier for him to come out. So he was what you guys would call a hot mess. And I thought, ooh, all that work for this? But the doctor took him and handed him to my mom. And she said, he's beautiful, which he wasn't. And I thought she'd gone a little crazy. But as I thought about it over the next days, weeks, months, I realized that I wanted to be a part of a profession that had that much love and happiness involved in it. I wanted to be a doctor. So I studied, and I studied, and I studied some more. I achieved, and I failed, and I kept going. I did not get perfect grades. I had failures. I stressed, and I went sleepless, and I got stressed some more. I joined groups for support to help me through. It was tough, but looking back, I would do it over again. So here is the thought I would leave with you. Keep pursuing your dreams through thick and thin. It won't be easy, but keep at it. AHEC is here to help you each and every step of the way, each and every one of you. So ask us for help when you need it. And don't forget, take time for yourself. Take time to enjoy your friends and your family and the activities you really love to do. Because you're going to need them throughout the pathway to your health career. And you're especially going to need them when you get there. So stay in touch with your friends. Keep up your activities. Have a great conference. And I'll see you when you're taking care of me. Bye-bye.
Our last guest speaker for tonight represents HOSA's International Executive Council. He is currently a junior at the University of South Florida, where he's majoring in biomedical sciences. He plans to pursue a career in medicine by combining his experiences from HOSA and school and apply it to what it takes to progress medicine as a physician leader. Outside of school and HOSA, he loves to dance, coach, garden, conduct clinical research, and keep up with companies as an avid investor. And if that did not keep him busy, well, he is serving on HOSA's International Executive Council as this year's HOSA International President. What an honor to have our International President here with us at this year's state conference. please welcome our 2021-2022 HOSA International President, Sricharan Pusala.
Hey Hawaii HOSA, it's truly exciting to start SLC season with my first visit to the beautiful state of Hawaii. It's a place I have never visited, but after interacting with Hawaii HOSA over the past few years, it has only continued to move up on my bucket list. Over the years, I've had the privilege of getting to know your state councils and a few competitors coming from Hawaii. Something I've noticed as a recurring theme is the high-spirited and kind-hearted nature of every Hawaii HOSA member I've ran into. When looking at successful leaders or health professionals, it seems that a recurring trait is that of compassionate servant leadership. Servant leadership that stems from compassionate, high-spirited individuals. Given that this is the State Leadership Conference, I wanted to share a few words with you regarding my dissection of what leadership is. Leadership can have many definitions and styles. However, certain key aspects are shared among all who lead. By lead, I don't mean the act of simply fulfilling your duties for an elected role, rather the kind of leadership where you ignite a passion for the future of healthcare and leadership in those around you. Leadership where you inspire others to constantly strive to be the best version of themselves so that the future of healthcare is filled with innovative and listening leaders capable of healing the world tomorrow. That is a HOSA leader. When attempting to describe what a leader in HOSA looks like, it's tempting to start with values like integrity, confidence, and charisma. But I believe first and foremost, a leader of HOSA-Future health professionals must exhibit servant leadership. The foundations of my lessons in HOSA have always stemmed from this central trait. Leadership is not signified by the grandeur maroon badge with white lettering, nor by the sound of your footsteps fading into the cheering crowd as you walk onto a stage or in a room. In HOSA, leadership is simply a decision to look after the people around you. A decision to serve those that value the same values that you do. A decision to empower and nurture others to reach their goals so they may prosper from experiences that will mold their future. As a leader, service does not mean to push for change you want. Rather, what is the change that the people want, the collective whole? The only way to know what the organization or the group wants is to listen, which is the second most important trait of being a leader. It's being a listening leader. A leader does not truly serve if they cannot take the time to listen. Listening to those around you is what spurs innovation, powerful connections, and growth. It is true when working with a team as well as with many individuals. Leaders in HOSA are not individuals doing tasks, rather a team that listens and accomplishes goals for the organization by applying each of their unique mindsets. Collaborating with a team requires an open mind and a will to truly consider someone else's idea as a possible solution, even if it is for just 5 seconds. The synergy of the team's ideas is often a more thorough solution. Likewise, listening to individuals with the intent to truly get to know them or have a fun conversation can just go a long way. When you are genuinely interested in getting to know someone and that feeling is reciprocated, it's often one of the greatest bonds of respect and appreciation on both ends. Finally, leaders must be adaptable and versatile to succeed in a wide range of scenarios, both planned and impromptu. The ability to bring out traits like confidence, charisma, creativity, and unity not only in yourself, but in those around you is the pinnacle of leadership. Tough circumstances will always arise, but those who can motivate others to collaborate past the hurdles and build the bridge to successes are true leaders in HOSA-Future health professionals and beyond. Every one of you walks a different path consisting of various career and personal goals. While it is hard to cater a message uniquely to your road, I hope this is a message that you will continue to take with you as you become leaders in your industries and communities. In due time, I hope you find that many of the qualities of a HOSA leader are very much the same when it comes to being a servant leader in any regard. Hawaii HOSA, I wish you the best of luck and look forward to seeing many of you at ILC. Thank you.
Thank you to all of our guest speakers for being here with us at this year's State Leadership Conference. and tonight's opening session is just the start of this year's SLC. First off, we want to congratulate everyone who competed in their competitive events earlier today, either via live testing or through their Zoom presentations. Our Round 2 event qualifiers for select competitive events will be posted on the SLC website tomorrow morning. And our second batch of presentation events, as well as our Round 2 events, will be taking place live on Zoom between 5 and 8 p.m. tomorrow, as well as a special session for those competing in Research Poster. Don't forget to take advantage as many of the live and pre-recorded workshops as you possibly can throughout this week. All pre-recorded workshops will be available to access all throughout this week, with our live workshops happening on Zoom between 5 and 8 p.m. on Tuesday and Thursday, and from 5 to 7 p.m. on Wednesday. From 7 to 8 p.m. on Wednesday, we'll be holding our State Officer Caucus session, where our 5 officer candidates this year will go through a series of impromptu questions, along with activities in individual breakout rooms for all of our delegates to get to know our candidates. All voting delegates must attend this session, and they are also required to submit their votes by noon on March 3rd. All state officer candidates' information can be viewed in the State Officer Elections tab on the SLC website. There will also be a lot of activities for members to network with each other, from our activities on our SLC website to our SLC social, where we will be playing Bomb Party. And finally, on Friday, March 4th, we'll find out exactly who shattered their expectations, where we will announce the top 3 winners for our competitive events and install our next year's set of state officers during the awards and closing session.